All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, most, well, anxiety-inducing topics out there right now, human versus AI. It really feels like this high-stakes competition is building up, right? But what if we're asking the wrong question altogether? I want to explore a completely different way of looking at this.
You know, the question I'm talking about, it's on everyone's mind. Is AI a threat to us? I mean, are we about to be outsmarted, replaced, maybe even left behind by the very things we created? It's a huge, kind of overwhelming thought for sure.
But what if that entire premise, that whole line of thinking, is just flawed, right from the start? What if framing this whole thing as a competition means we're completely missing the point of what human intelligence is and what artificial intelligence is?
And that brings us to the first big idea here. The whole notion of directly comparing human and machine intelligence, it's just fundamentally flawed. So let's break down exactly why that is.
Here's a really powerful idea to chew on. This isn't a race we even need to run. The whole point of being human isn't to compete with machines. It's something else entirely. So, here's the crucial takeaway. Trying to measure human and artificial intelligence on the same scale, it's been called a grievous error. And why is that? Well, it's because they're built for totally different things. It's kind of like trying to compare a poet to a calculator. I mean, they're both amazing at what they do, but you'd never judge them by the same standards, right? Okay, so what are these different objectives then? Because really understanding their unique goals, that's the key. That's what lets us reframe our entire relationship with this technology. And believe me, it changes everything.
In fact, here's a really compelling thought. What if we stopped calling it artificial intelligence altogether and started using a new term, consolidated intelligence? This just perfectly nails the point, doesn't it? AI isn't some thinking, conscious entity like us. It's really a massive, consolidated collection of all existing human knowledge. It's designed simply to assist us by calculating the probability of what word or idea comes next. So, think of it less like a competing brain and more like the world's most sophisticated autocomplete.
Okay, now let's flip the coin and look at us. What are our goals? The whole objective of human intelligence, our intelligence, has always been about things like finding purpose, wrestling with moral judgment, sparking real, honest-to-goodness creativity, and, not just knowing what is right, but understanding why it's right. And then you have consolidated intelligence, or AI. Its goals are purely functional. It's all about assistance, optimization, efficiency, and just crunching the numbers with probabilistic calculations. It's a perfect contrast, really. One is all about the why, and the other is all about the how.
So, because of this fundamental difference in purpose, well, it means there are these innate human abilities that AI, for all of its incredible power, finds really, really hard to imitate, let alone master.
Let's get specific, okay? There are three main areas where we humans still have the edge. First up, there's context. We understand the world through our senses, our gut feelings, our lived experiences. That's a rich tapestry of understanding a machine just can't replicate. Second, you've got judgment. Our ability to argue a point, to debate, to really grasp the messy nuances of right and wrong. And third, of course, is creativity. I'm talking about that uniquely human spark of brand new, out-of-the-box innovation. In these three areas, let's be honest, AI has a long, long way to go. All right, so if we stop worrying about this flawed competition, then what should we be focusing on? This is where we get to the real challenge, and honestly, the real opportunity that's sitting right in front of us. So this is the new question we really need to be asking ourselves. If we're not in a race against AI, then what's the actual race we should be running? And here's the answer. The real race? It isn't human versus AI at all. The real race is making AI better at doing what it was designed to do, helping us. The only competition is between the AI we have today and an even better, more helpful AI tomorrow. And this way of thinking, well, it has a name. It's called techno-optimism. It means instead of being driven by fear, we start asking some really productive questions, like, how can this tool actually make our lives better? How can it make our work more efficient, maybe even more meaningful? How can it lower the cost and the risk of trying out bold new ideas? The bottom line is, how do we build the absolute best assistant we possibly can? So let's bring this all home. What does this new relationship actually look like? Well, it's pretty simple. It's all about human purpose powered by AI assistance. Think of it as a partnership, not a rivalry. That's the key. The most important thing to take away from all this is simple. The ultimate purpose, The why behind everything we do. That always stays with us, with humans. AI is just the incredibly powerful tool, the brilliant assistant that can help us get there faster, better, and with an excellence we couldn't achieve on our own. Which really leaves us with one last powerful thought to take with you. The question isn't, will AI replace us anymore? The real question is this. We have this incredible tool that can help us achieve our goals, so what goals are you going to choose?